Hey, Calvary Crossway.
Howdy. Howdy, howdy.
Every time we start, we're always looking at the camera and then watching each other take a deep breath to start and then wondering who should actually start.
Who's going to go first?
Yeah, so I did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it is good to have you guys or to be able to hang out together for a little bit tonight.
Yes, it
We're
is.
actually going to look back at the passage that we went to last night and then talk about music and how it feeds the soul. And the passage we looked at last night began with, making wise decisions, which we talked about last night. And now it says here in verse 18 of Ephesians chapter 5, and do not get drunk with wine, for that is debauchery, but be filled with the Spirit, addressing one another in psalms and hymns and spiritual songs, singing and making melody to the Lord with your heart, giving thanks always for everything to God the Father in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ, submitting to one another in love. And it's interesting to see when Paul talks about being filled with the Spirit, the very next thing he says is, it looks like good music coming out of your heart. And as we were talking, we recognize, music is a beautiful gift from God.
It is. Even just this last Sunday, as we were blessed to have Matt and Kristen help us out with worship, we were just realized what a special gift it was. Our girls were just singing their hearts out and spent the rest of the day singing. And it was just a reminder that music is a beautiful gift.
Yeah, we really, and in our family especially, we love music. I think Priscilla thinks in song lyrics. It's often throughout the day, song lyrics are just coming out.
I'm a
Um,
long gone Waylon song on vinyl.
yep, here they come. And I think that often music gives us a way to express what we are feeling when we really don't have the words to be able to do that. One of the songs
Absolutely.
that we sang on Sunday was from Psalm 130, which has been a song that's been really close to my heart this
Kind of
last year.
I don't know, a theme for us for probably the last year or so has been that.
Yeah, just kind of waiting on the Lord and then kind of experiencing a bit of the pain that it means to wait on the Lord. And
Yeah,
that
there's
song,
another, oh, go ahead.
go ahead.
There's another song that Sovereign Grace does on Psalm 130, and just that more than watchmen for the morning, I will wait for you. When the harvest has ended and I still see no fruit, I will wait for you. Just that theme of waiting seems to be something I think God's been trying to have us learn for the last
Yeah,
decade or so.
yeah, and he really wanted us to learn that, so COVID. And now we're waiting
Yeah.
for these things to go off and to move. And, it's been a real way for us to be able to, it's been a gift from God for us to be able to kind of explore what our soul is thinking, even when, words don't necessarily come to our mind. Music often transcends that gap and allows us, especially within the Psalms and other just beautiful songs, allow us to really understand kind of what our heart is thinking in that.
And what it does, I think one of the neat things that music does is it takes truths and it clothes them or dresses them in beauty.
Mm.
And so you can take just these truths, but then you surround them with music. And that beauty, I think, allows it to sink deeper into our souls at times or to speak to our soul in maybe a different way than without the beauty of music around it.
Yeah, and I often think when I think about that, I think of my grandmother.
Mm-hmm.
My grandmother is not remembering much at all these days, but she is walking around the place that she is living, continually singing hymns that she learned as a little girl. And it was the beauty of those
Mm-hmm.
things when really she struggles to remember the names of people that are the very closest to her. The music has transcended that. And I think that's part of the reason it's so important for us to fill ourselves with good music is it has a lasting impression that I believe is given to us from God.
And it helps us remember truth. I mean, how many of you
Mm-hmm.
know the verse "Seek ye first" because you know the little ditty that goes along with it? But it really does, I think, and it kind of clicks in our mind in a special way when we combine truth with music.
Yeah, and I really think even at times secular music can give us insight into um, other pieces. I know there's some people who don't listen to secular music or don't necessarily like secular music. But I think secular music allows us to be able to see um, the image of God within people. It allows us to see just that creative nature and things that flow out of people, and just even just a chord. I play guitar, not necessarily very well, but I enjoy playing guitar. But when I learn a new chord, there you can just strike that chord, and it almost within you, just a combination of notes that are static, almost rises within you an emotion and a feeling. And even secular music has that power to be able to do that.
And just an insight of too of just what people feel, what they experience. It helps us kind of see inside a person's soul. I think music is very opening, and it can a lot of times reveal the inner working of a person's heart. And I also think it shows us the diversity of the people that God created.
Yeah.
We all like different types of music. We all like different voices, different genres, and I think that's good. That shows us that God didn't just all make us all the same. One of the rules in our house is you can't make fun of another person's music choice. The only time you can say anything maybe corrective or negative is if it's really shouldn't be listened to because it's very clear it's wrong. But we don't make fun of that because there's diversity. God made us all different.
Yeah, and that's much to my own despair. Karis right now is totally into.
I'm gonna swing.
Yeah, she's in that, and then Broadway is continually being blared through our home.
Mhm.
Um, and we just kind of allow our girls to be able to enjoy some of those things, but we also realize that it's important to help our children protect their hearts, because music, it
Because it is
does.
powerful and
Yeah.
it does affect us at a soul level, I really think.
Yeah, and when music is paired together with lyrics, it really can impact our worldview. And so I think that as we pursue music, we need to pursue a balance. And when I say pursue a balance, I don't mean listen to music that you don't like all the time, but pursue a balance between music that is secular that you listen to and that you enjoy, and music that is spiritual, and music that is from God's Word. We've been enjoying a lot recently. A lot of our favorite artists have been having concerts in their own living rooms, and we've enjoyed listening to those. Bob Coughlin and the people that live in his house have been singing together on Thursday nights right before our community group, and we listen to that and we sing along with that, and we
We
so enjoy
listened
that.
to Andrew Peterson did a Easter Resurrection Sunday set that was just amazing, and even some secular artists have gone and just put on little acoustic shows from their office or their living rooms, and it's been an interesting time just to see music and how it affects people. But like you were saying, we do have to exercise caution. I think if we can, if you only feed your soul on the music that is secular, then you also neglect the good gift of spiritual music and the ministering that it can do to your own heart.
Yeah, I think in all of this too, I really believe, and you could talk to Keith and Kristen Getty about this. They wrote a book about it. I
Called
believe,
Sing.
yeah, I believe that we were created to sing.
Mhm.
The human voice is a unique instrument in that not only does it communicate song and melodies, but it also has the ability to communicate truth and words together with it. And I really believe it's a privilege for us, even if you don't feel like you have the greatest singing voice, for us to be able to sing those praises and to be able to sing that. So as you pursue music, pursue listening to music,
Mhm.
pursue singing music. I like pursuing making music. Pursue music that you like, maybe music that you don't like as much at
Explore.
times. Explore some of that music.
And I think too we were kind of just talking about how we really miss that singing
Mm.
together as a church. That was just kind of a highlight of the week, so to speak, or whatever. And missing out on that has really felt like there's a bit of a music void. And so just filling that with good music, singing around your table, singing in the kitchen,
Yeah, and
in
singing
the
around the
shower.
table, that's one of the most precious times that we get to sing.
Yeah.
And I every time I think about singing around the table, I think about our other worship team, Joey and Allie, and
Mm.
um,
They're so good about their family worship.
yeah, they
It's
are.
so fun.
And I miss when they come over to our house and we all sing together in preparation for worship, doing practices together. It's something that I've missed, but it's something that we as a church can look forward to when we get together. So in this time when we aren't able to sing with everybody in the congregation or as the church is gathered, pursue good music, music that fills your soul, and follow. Just learn to be able to enjoy music in those ways.
Yeah, and I really think there's going to be music in heaven.
Oh yeah,
And so it's a
yeah.
gift that we
There's
can
whole
start
chapters in Revelation
practice
devoted
and
to that.
we'll sing
Yeah, we
always
will.
on pitch with
Yeah.
great rhythm in heaven.
Yes. But we just want to encourage you during this time. You know, we tend to feel down when we're not around others, and music is just something that heals the soul in times,
Mhm.
expresses what's going on in our heart. It is a powerful ability to be able to clothe truth in beauty. And if you ever have questions like, what music should I listen to? What music shouldn't I listen to? Talk to someone about it.
There's a lot of good resources out
Yeah,
there.
yeah, there's a lot of good resources. Sing is a great book. We've been impacted
Worship Matters
by
by
Bob
Bob
Coughlin.
Coughlin is
It's
amazing.
a really good book. And there are others out there as well. But, well, Calvary Crossway, I think we've just about talked this one out. Actually, we haven't. Entire
There's
volumes
entire
of books.
books written on it. There's like a conference
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah, but I think that this will at least give you some things to be able to discuss around your table as you kind of think about music and how it soothes your soul. We love you guys and we miss you. And tomorrow night, we'd love for you to join our family as we sing together and do family worship.
It'll be lively.
It will be lively. It may not be awesome, but it will be lively.
Lively.
All right, we love you guys and we will see you tomorrow night.
Bye.